welcome to a brand new episode of Hollywolves. I know it's been a minute. I'm Matt.
And I am Monique's wig.
That wasn't a wig.
That was definitely a wig.
Okay, that was her actual hair.
That was definitely.
I saw the gray, okay?
That's a wig.
Well, that's a damn good wig.
That's the point.
Look, it looks good.
It did.
I loved it.
It looked incredible. She looked great on that show.
Yes. Welcome back to Hollywolves. I know it's been a while.
It's been like a lot of months. Now we're in 2022 now.
Yes, we are back in 2022, and we have quite a few interesting things on the show today. A lot has happened since we've been gone, but a lot of this is just not great.
Do you want to catch up on what you've been up to since the last time we've been on here? What you been watching? Probably junk.
I've been watching a lot of junk. Like I have been watching. I am now a part of Euphoria High School.
Oh God, all y'all are. That's big trauma high school.
Look, big trauma is big drama, and I love it. Euphoria is great. It's very dark and everything. Like I said, it makes Degrassi look like Ned's Declassified.
Yikes!
And I'm okay with that.
Yikes! Whoops.
Oof. It's good. Look. You have to watch the show in order to understand. It's really good. And season 2 is like it's shaping up to be like some really good stuff. They had a really good like episode.
Oh man, I watched some clips. I'm just like, why is everybody on drugs and why are the girls dressed like that?
It's Euphoria High School. You got to deal with it. That's not the name. That's not the name of the high school. Like people have been saying that in the memes, and it's been really really funny.
The memes have definitely been good.
I've also been watching Love is Blind because I wasn't on the train when it first came around.
Because you were a dummy as usual.
I was like, I just didn't understand it. It was mostly like y'all just watching these stupid people do stupid things.
Yeah.
And then I like watched it. I was like, man, I'm watching these stupid people do stupid things.
Exactly.
I hate Jessica. I hate her so much. I want nothing. I want nothing but strife in her life.
She's terrible. She's completely awful in every possible way.
Yeah. I'm just like, you don't deserve happiness. You're not seeing heaven.
Poor Mark. Poor
Mark.
Such an angel.
Other than that, I think the only other like notable thing that I've done was like I went to see Tyler the Creator in concert last night. My first concert ever.
Your first concert was Tyler?
Yes.
That's a good one to start off with.
Oh yeah, Tyler had somebody named Tizo Touchdown there. I don't know who that was. They were very entertaining though. Vince Staples.
Oh, I know him.
And Callie Uchis.
Ooh, wait, I like her.
Oh, like she was fantastic.
Oh man, that's actually I didn't know she was gonna be on his leg of his tour.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Fantastic. Like it was amazing. Like people could say what they want about Tyler and everything. Like the man is a performer. Like
I mean, he's definitely changed a lot since his early beginnings. So I didn't really care for him back then when he was like real homophobic and a little other phobias. But you know, he's changed now. He's come out and stuff and likes white boys.
And
Can't not throw that out there because that was actually a thing too for a little bit.
Yeah,
his taste in men is definitely specific.
Tyler's great. Like great.
Musically, yeah, he's great. And I think now he's very evolved a lot as a person.
Oh yeah. Very good musically wise and everything. And like he can put on a show like pretty much like almost like a recreation of his like show at Lala.
Mm-hmm.
So like really really good. I gotta show you the videos, or I gotta get those uploaded on my like Instagram because that was like some really good stuff.
And what's your Instagram? If people want to follow you on Instagram, and see said videos.
You can follow me at Matt Meltdown on Instagram.
I don't know why your Instagram and your Twitter are different handles. I just don't get that.
I think somebody took Matt Meltdown, and so like now I can't use it on like Twitter. Twitter is just like my old like nickname I gave like an OC of mine, and I haven't changed it yet. I want to change it to Matt Meltdown, and hopefully I can if the person who has Matt Meltdown by a chokehold would give it up. You don't need it. I want it.
I could imagine somebody taking mine. I'd be so upset. The Miracle's like that's just so iconic now.
Yeah, you and like I can't unsee it.
You can't really now. Like it's done. I remember one time I was the Everwing, but that was years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, like you can never really. I think that's why I also keep like my like current like Twitter name too, because like it's like you can't really get rid of it because it's like it's been a part of you for so long. And so you find like one little piece of it to like kind of keep.
Yeah.
So like if that ever changes, then I will get rid of it. But other than that, I'm good for now.
Why don't you not Cosmic Crusher on Instagram though? If you're so tied to Cosmic Crusher.
I was Cosmic Crusher on Instagram for the longest, and then I was like, no, I like Matt Meltdown. It's different. And I also I really love No More Heroes.
Anyway, so I've been watching a lot of garbage. I made Matt watch an episode of Bros earlier today. That show has been the
this
that show is so bad. It's so terrible. It's bad acting.
Y'all
it's bad pacing. It's bad scripting. It's bad. Everything about that show is bad except the men. Their men are so fine. Ugh.
Fine Man ain't worth it, y'all.
Yes, it
is. No, it's not.
So
No, it's not. It's not. Don't listen. Don't listen to this. Don't let Michael gaslight you into watching this show. It is not fantastic.
It's fantastic to watch how terrible it is of a show. I mean, I guess. Because it's the dialogue is woof.
That man said, what was that one?
We the bros.
We the bros. What? Who talks like this?
It told you it's a theory crafting experiment. That's what the show is.
The theory on like how Tyler Perry could get worse than some of the worst things he's done.
This is how Tyler Perry thinks black men speak and talk to each other.
That man is a black man, and that is wrong.
He's talking about the average black man. The everyday average Joe black dude.
Them ain't no everyday average Joe black dudes. One of them was a doctor.
Wow, so you said black people can't be doctors now?
Yeah, I'm saying that. How many black doctors you know?
There's plenty of them.
I don't know any black doctors personally.
Wow.
How many friends do you have that are black doctors?
Wow. You're sure you're anti-blackness now in 2022.
Okay, look, I look. We need more black doctors. I know that.
I'm just trying to show black doctors on this show by having a black doctor be all up in these girls and being a pervert and being a.
That's terrible. Like that's a terrible representation for a black man.
Horrible. That whole show's a bad representation of
everything. And then that was the weirdest conversation I've ever heard about STDs ever. He's like, I don't have an STI. Oh, are you a whore? Are you a whore? Get out of my face. It
was so stiff.
It felt so forced. And I was like,
very forced. He could not act.
I could not.
Either he can't act or whoever's directing is doing a bad job.
It could be both. I'm going to sit there and go with both. Like, the director's doing a bad job and he can't act.
He's so
But he's pretty, so it works.
Pretty. Oh, my God. He a fine black man.
I guess.
Tyler Perry does great casting just for visuals. That's it. He's good for casting good-looking people. That's it.
I mean, I guess like if we think about like A Fall from Grace.
Whoa, that was iconic.
Okay, look,
that was a whole
having Macabre Brooks as like the main antagonist.
That wig though. Oof.
Oh Lord.
They just drew that on his
like
head.
Why he could have just been bald.
He should have been bald. He should have been darker than bald. That's his favorite type.
I think he had the wig on it just so he could avoid the dark skin and bald,
probably
like, evil stereotypes.
But he should just did it. Like it would just make more sense. Because the wig was terrible.
The wig was not fantastic.
What else I've been watching? That other show, 20 somethings in Austin, that reality show with that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed
that was so
show.
Good. We need more of that.
Like it, and it's such a shame that like it took Netflix to do the real world better than the real world.
Man, they literally did better than the real world. Like honestly.
And it reminded me of like the old days of like the real world where like everybody had their own individual jobs and they were there for like individual reasons. Versus like that weird time period like in the late 90s and mid 2000s where everybody had to have the same job.
Those were fun. I listened to those episodes because they would always like get messed over for their bonuses every week.
Yeah, and all because like somebody was like being lazy and was like, I don't want to work in an ice cream shop, and it's just like.
Because I know New York. I think we went back to New York with Nicole and Cora, your favorites. They was working at I think a record. I think they're working at Arista. Yeah, working at Arista. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
I need to watch that season over again. That season was so good. She was bullying him so much. Okay, look,
the Miz is a WWE wrestler making like with a wonderful family and everything like that. He's fine.
He's fine.
I bet you one thing if he ever see Coral again, he's gonna be shook. Cause Coral gonna sit there look at him like, you got all that money, your hair still.
She bullied him that whole season. That was so funny.
He deserved it.
That was hilarious.
He was on some really stupid stuff.
He was. Oh man, that was like early 2000s white men, like just completely just out of the loop about everything. What's my watching? Oh, Peacemaker, which other people aren't watching for some reason.
Oh my god, I've been watching other stupid stuff. Like I literally watched.
But
Love
Peacemaker was so good. Oh!
I'm definitely gonna watch Peacemaker. Like I know I can do both. Like after
Can
I'm done,
you?
I can.
I don't trust it.
Look, if you can watch Bros.
I skimmed through Bros, okay?
I
skimmed through the episode.
You take your ocular devices, your organic ocular devices, and view them through your TV viewing screen.
Yikes.
Your television monitor. You take your eyes and look at that television monitor. You willingly queue up.
No, it's not willingly. I told you, it's Stockholm.
Stockholm. Okay, first of all, cut the cord.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
I am literally in a abusive relationship with that show. I told you, it is self-harm watching that show.
That's self-harm.
It's so bad. If you have BET and you want to just watch something just awful, just watch Bruhs. And you know what's funny? Bruh and Sisters are in the same universe, so it's somehow crossover episodes too. It's just a mess. Complete mess.
I just want to know, like, how does Tyler Perry keep getting money to make terrible products?
Because he gets money from people watching other stuff he makes.
Oh,
he has he's like a billion shows on and BET.
This is true.
He has that big lot. He doesn't need money. He can produce himself by himself.
Yeah, but it's also like, how is he getting this money? Like, who is funding these this money that he has?
People go to those movies to see Madea stuff. Speaking of which, there's a new Madea movie coming out, Madea Homecoming.
Oh yeah,
it's coming out I think next week.
I thought he was done with, or is this is this the final?
He said that he was done.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say
that don't mean that he's done.
I thought this was and like I thought like something like a while ago was supposed to be the finale.
It was, and now it's Homecoming.
That's you know what, whatever. Like do what you want, Tyler Perry. Like fine.
Let's see. Vox Machina's good. I was watching that. That's from the Critical Role people.
Okay, I definitely need to check that out.
Really,
you said
really
it was
good.
Really good.
What else I'm watching? God, it's so many TV shows. It's hard to keep track of all of them. Yeah. Oh yeah, Love Is Blind season 2 is really good too. Like it's so good. The season finale comes out on Friday.
Oh.
Yep.
Are they doing like weekly episodes for that, or is it just like is it coming out in batches?
Season 1 they did weekly. This time they're doing batches. So it's been like 3 batches. Okay. Yeah, season 1 it was like every week was a new episode. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta wait for next week to see what happens. It was a lot. So you're doing a good job of waiting to watch all of it at once, because oh god, that season was rough.
I can imagine.
The Brazil season was good too. That was the Brazil season.
That was cute, but I was also frustrated with some of those.
It was like that white man that was on there with the old girl. I forgot her name.
Diane.
Yes.
She was beautiful. She was
gorgeous
perfect.
and perfect. And
that man looked like a serial killer. He smiled way too much.
He did smile a lot. I agree.
That was not cute. It was also just like he was just like so calm with everything too.
Calm all the time. Like it was weird. Yeah, I think that's all the stuff I'm watching. Oh yeah, Abbott Elementary. That's actually a really good show. Good show. What's the other show? Oh, Grand Crew is pretty good. It's wacky. On ABC, black people.
Yeah, it's just black hijinks.
That's all it is.
Like yeah,
it's a fun show.
But yeah, I enjoy like looking at it.
You need to watch Harlem too. I forgot about that.
Okay, yeah. Like for those bits and pieces that we were watching it together, I was like, oh, this is actually like pretty.
Because we don't have Insecure anymore.
Oh right, yes, the ending of Insecure.
That was so good.
I think I'm still like kind of like wishy-washy on the ending of it.
Really?
Like I liked it, but it was also just like
I hate who she ended up with. I didn't like that at all.
What? Oh, her just ending up with spoiler alert, Issa just ends up back with Lawrence.
Right? Like really?
We don't get to see like how that happens. It's just like time skip.
Yeah, but we're together. It's like how that happened because he was pretty trash. I mean,
he was doing better. Like he had like he had Condola, he had his son, he had his like fancy job and everything.
Boo! He finally became an adult. Wow, compelling. I'm sorry, I'm just not a fan of Lawrence. I thought that was like the worst choice ever.
I think another thing is that we didn't get like at least a couple Kelly focused episodes out of the entirety of Insecure.
They rushed through Kelly's whole arc at the last minute.
Yeah, that was it was just like, oh yeah, Kelly's getting married and everything, and Kelly gets her happily ever after. Tiffany and like
dude up in Denver or whatever they was. Did they move?
Yeah, I think it was like I think it was Denver. It was somewhere in Colorado.
Yeah.
Molly's like Molly gets married.
Molly had the best arc of the entire show, hands down. Her whole arc from where she started to end was perfect. I feel like they wrote her perfectly. Issa, hated Issa's characters. And I just started to see like Issa is more of an anti-hero than an actual like protagonist.
Anti-hero?
Yeah, she's an anti-hero. If you look at the way she like operates and what she does throughout the entire show, she's an anti-hero. She's not. You shouldn't be rooting for Issa because of how she operates with people and the way she treats her friends, how she treats men.
Yeah,
it's like kind of trash.
I get that.
All right, so we can move on to some entertainment news, I guess. What's buzzing lately?
Alrighty. I would say one of the bigger things that has happened in recent weeks is going to be Whoopi Goldberg.
Woo, doggy.
Let's see. If for all of you who don't know, Whoopi has been suspended from The View.
Yeah.
And I would say that has been kind of a double-edged sword.
Of course.
Whoopi got suspended from The View for her anti-Semitic remarks regarding like the Holocaust, and in layman's terms, basically the actual quote that she said, it was a war between white people, and so
pretty much.
And I'm in a little bit of a mix with that.
And why is that?
I think I understand where she was coming from with it, in like, you know, how like Jewish people like have white privilege and benefit from white privilege and everything like that.
Definitely.
But it's also just like on the other side of it, there are a lot of white people who don't consider like Jewish people white people.
Exactly.
And so like that's where that like mixed bag comes from, because like I understand what Whoopi's saying, but also like Whoopi, that's a very like, and there were a lot of people caping for like Whoopi too. It's like, we're not canceling Whoopi. And it's like,
it's not canceling her. Like, first of all, cancel culture doesn't exist.
That's just absolutely. I was like, you can't cancel somebody who's not gonna like, you know, reap the benefits of like nobody. Like, it's not like we can not watch Sister Act and everything, and there goes Whoopi's career, and you know, it's more so making her accountable for the things she said, especially on a huge platform like The View. I know some people don't think Jewish people as actually as non-white, but I mean they're still considered an ethnicity too. So yeah, and that's the distinction we have to make there. Right, and because of her suspension, she the ratings for The View has actually gone down.
Of
like
course, nobody want to watch that show without her being on there. It's Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, who the hell else is on the show for me to watch? Like Joy Behar. Like, I'm not watching The View for her. I forget who else is on The View, to be honest.
Joy Behar, I think. What's that girl's name? Sunny Hostin, I think that's her name. And I think somebody else, one more person on there.
There's because like it's usually just like a team of 5 women, right?
Yeah, they got rid of the other girl, the one everybody hated, that I hated also as well. Megan
McCain needed to go.
My father McCain,
right? My dad is like, your dad was a Republican and also trash, and basically, like, sorry he's dead, but not sorry.
But yeah, I can understand why the ratings are going down, because Whoopi is a big draw. I remember when I was watching it like heavily. I know Friday's episode, she wasn't usually taping, so I was just like, oh well, I'm not watching this. Right. Like, I'm not watching this show without Whoopi.
And you loved Whoopi because Whoopi was like a good balance for, like, you know, a lot of other things that were happening, especially like when she was chewing Megan McCain's ass out.
That was peak.
And
that
so
was peak View. I'm so sorry.
And so it was because everybody else was afraid to sit there and say stuff, and Whoopi was like, no, you're dumb, you're wrong. Exactly. I'm not taking this from you. And so it's a lot to like kind of hear like stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of like what was going on with like Nick Cannon when he said his whole thing.
Right. His whole what's that? The Israelites, all that.
Yeah. I mean, and Nick Cannon was talking nonsense then too. But it was mostly just like, you can't sit there and say this stuff and think like, you know, people aren't supposed to care. And it was like, yeah, people campaign for him and like he got a show back and stuff like that. But it's also like, Nick, you can't say this stuff.
The funny part is a lot of stuff that he was saying, stuff a lot of black people say in private about the whole like Israel and a lot of Jewish people. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Whoopi, what she said. Her thing she said was not exactly like I've never heard before. Right. Like,
and it's a very just weird kind of nuanced thing where like where do you draw that line between like
race and ethnicity? That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, race and ethnicity, and then but also just like what is and isn't like anti-Semitic.
Yeah, that's true too.
And so it and like that's where like that stuff comes in, because then it's like you get people talking about Israel and everything, and what
that's always slippery, because like some things that happen in Israel aren't exactly that great, especially when it comes to Palestinians.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like if you say anything bad about what they're doing, which a lot of stuff they're doing is inhumane, like, oh, you're being anti-Semitic. Like, no, I'm just saying that
like
the people in Israel are being trashed to the Palestinians.
Yeah, like literally that, and like, oh, like if you say anything like that, where like, oh, you're against Zionism, and it's just like, yeah, because like that's bad. Like being a Zionist isn't great.
Yeah.
And so also free Palestine.
Always.
I'm just gonna say that
now I'm an adult and I actually know what that means. 'Cause I remember I was younger, like, what is this whole Palestine thing? I was like maybe in my like teen, like, what's going on in Palestine?
Can't believe I'm finding out you were anti-Semitic. That is crazy.
I was like 14. I didn't know what was going on over there.
That doesn't matter.
Wow.
You think that matters? It's like people who get mad at like that we didn't do anything about R. Kelly when we was teenagers. It's like, what?
How old was somebody R. Kelly when I was a teenager? Do you want to fight him?
Yeah.
Wow, he's supposed to fight R. Kelly.
Yes.
I did have opportunities to be around him a couple of times. So
yeah, I like look.
He used to come to my school a lot. So
yeah,
on Southside School. He used to go to Kenwood. He used to go to John Hope. He used to go to I think he went to South Shore a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He went to a lot of schools, a lot of Southside schools.
Probably like Morgan Park or something.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely
that.
Morgan Park.
Yeah, so it's just like, but yeah, even then, it's just like, yeah, what are we like? It's good that we know these things now, and that we can be like aware of it, to do these things, and like speak about these things, because like before I was like you, and like I didn't know anything. It was
I thought it was just something happened over east. And
then like you get up now, it's like
this is what's going on, because
like this
social media definitely has helped,
right? And one of the few benefits that like social media has is that like I know a lot about like things that I wouldn't normally know if it wasn't for social media.
Yeah, because now we actually have people who actually live there, can actually tell their story, what's going on, versus rely on the media specifically to give us information. Sometimes it's always filtered through, of course, advertisements and stuff. So if something doesn't sit right with that, like, oh, can you talk about this? They don't like these advertisers, don't believe in this. Yeah. So yeah. Free Whoopi, put her back on the show.
Yeah, like put Whoopi back on the show, but also like Whoopi just
she understands that what Hitler was doing was definitely about them being Jewish. It wasn't.
I was like, Whoopi, this was more than just like white people just fighting and stuff like that.
No, it was like
Hitler was definitely trying to eradicate a whole group of people based on their race.
Yes,
that is a fact. And
ethnic cleansing.
Yeah, I was like, that's what was going on. It was ethnic cleansing, and anybody who says anything different is kind of an idiot.
Yeah, because it's like documented. Like you can watch movies on that stuff. There's plenty of information out there about the Holocaust. I was thoroughly educated about the Holocaust because I had a Jewish teacher at my school when I was growing up. So he gave us a thorough understand what was going on there. So yeah, read books, watched movies, did all that stuff. So yeah. Yep, he didn't like the Negroes. He didn't like the gays, the queers, the Jews. None of y'all.
Yeah, he was like, you gotta be white, cis, and straight.
Yep.
If you ain't making babies and they ain't blonde hair,
and able bodied too. He didn't like people who's disabled too. He wasn't about that.
That was messed up.
It was very messed up.
So yeah, like free Whoopi, just like cool it.
Yeah. All right. What's going on next? What else is going on? What we're talking about on the medias.
Let's see. Well, I can't even say my girl. Evangeline Lilly,
boo,
has been causing quite a stir in what's going on with Canada. For those who don't know, like Michael, could you inform us what is going on with Canada?
So I think Mr. Thoreau was like, okay, we can't be out here being trash to people, even though I think that's like a trucker like revolt going on right now over in Canada, and they're like saying white people deserve to just do whatever they want, and there's like a lot of like Nazism involved with this whole movement too. So that's the issue, really. It's not the fact that it's just their protest, the fact that Nazis are protesting this stuff that's going on in Canada. Yeah. And so Evangeline Lilly dumb stuff was like, well, you have to be able, protect both people you don't like and people you do agree with. Blah blah blah. I'm like, girl, we don't agree with Nazis, girl.
Yeah, I was like, these are literal Nazis, and
like they have Nazi flags up there on the steps of I think one of the one of the buildings there that he's actually at. I'm like, girl, wake up.
Yeah, it's like did like, you know, did you get some of them PIM particles in your brain?
Not PIM particles.
Did they shrink your brain? What?
That wasn't it. That was not it.
And me, it's just like you're really messing up your Disney bag. Like wasn't like I don't know like what's going on here, but you're gonna get replaced.
It will happen so swiftly. She better come back out next week with a new like statement. So I'm apologize and blah 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 because they will replace.
That's not gonna happen. Okay. She gonna stand firm in politics. Like I stand with Nazis or whatever, and like you know,
yikes.
Like she gonna have her whole salute up, and then Disney gonna be like, Evangeline Lilly is gonna be erased.
Yup.
And at this point, it's just like. Evangeline Lilly could literally be replaced by like quite a few white women in terms of like Ant-Man and Wasp. Let's see. I think who were we like discussing earlier? Kate Beckinsale. Like Kate Beckinsale, that'd be perfect.
Perfect.
Put Kate Beckinsale.
Put my girl in.
Also, you know, who I think would be really good too.
Who?
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah. Oh, she's so pretty. Ugh.
Like I think I would like seeing her and Paul Rudd on screen together would be great. So and seeing her in a Marvel movie, like get your Marvel bag, girl. But I want Kate Beckinsale to get Marvel money.
Yes.
I like put her in terms of Evangeline Lilly, perfect.
Kick her out.
Cause like
she out here being crunchy,
and it's so weird because I remember asking, I'm like, why is Evangeline Lilly involved in this? And I was like, what, like, girl, what do you care about Canada? And she's Canadian. I was like, oh,
well, that makes sense.
And it's also it's
that whole both sides garbage, like.
And it's like you don't care about both sides. You only care about the sides with the Nazis. And it's just like, what are they saying and everything that has you like, man, they're really making sense over here.
It's so weird. It's so just it's like a person who's completely like not attuned to what's going on, just saying goofy stuff just to say it.
And it's like you saw white people being oppressed and you just figured you had to jump on that. Like,
oh girl, this was not it. This was not the move. You could just stay quiet. That should have stayed in your drafts. Like, you should never post it online. That's the thing. They need people to be like, hey, you think I should post this online? Like, nobody does that. That's the issue. People just post everything. Sometimes you need somebody to like look at stuff before you post it, especially when you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
With a huge platform.
I mean, a huge platform is like also who's checking for Evangeline Lilly, really. Like,
yikes. Now you're being disrespectful.
Everyone
knows she's the legend.
A legend of what? Name her other movies outside of Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yo, he called me out.
I was like, I'll wait.
I don't know none of her other movies. I know her by name because I know her name because I remember she's just really pretty, but like I don't know the movies she's been in.
Oh, okay. Well then, I don't see no legend status.
Because her name is Evangeline Lilly. That's why she's a legend. Okay,
now you bugging. Oh, tee-hee.
Yeah. Stop it.
you bugging about the Wasp.
Yikes. Stop that.
I feel like she's going to get replaced sometime.
She's going to get replaced, or she's going to get a strong talking to by somebody at Disney, and she's going to come out with an apology statement or something. Something going to happen soon. Ooh. One or the other. So we'll be seeing that probably soon.
Yeah. Speaking of apology statements,
God,
let's talk about everybody's favorite Blasian queen, Miss Nora Lum, aka Awkwafina.
I hate it. I hate everything you just
the
said.
The ghetto herself.
I hate it.
Let's see what has been going on with Miss Awkwafina.
Well, first she got that nomination for NAACP award recently.
Wait, for what?
For her role in Raya, that movie.
What? that don't make no sense.
Well,
NAACP award,
National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. She's considered colored. She's a POC still. She is Asian.
This is true.
She's not the first person to be nominated that's non-black for NAACP award.
Okay, so see, when the NAACP started,
It was for black people. It was made for black people.
I thought it was exclusively for black people, and it's like I get it for colored people and everything, but it's also like when has anybody other than non-black, like when has any other non-black POC like been called colored? You know what I mean?
That's true too. That's also true.
And so like that's like a very like kind of wishy-washy thing. It's also like the difference between saying like black and POC.
Oh yeah, it's a big difference.
And so it's one of those things like whatever. But also like Raya the Last Dragon. I get what was she like the main character in Raya?
She was a dragon.
Oh, what? Was the dragon speaking like Ebonics or something like that?
No, the dragon was not speaking Ebonics.
See, that's a waste of a movie. Like why was the dragon using AAVE?
Yikes.
Like, why not?
No. I think the issue from that is the fact that the NAACP decided to nominate her for an award, knowing she out here speaking AAV in the first place and not apologizing about it until recently.
Wait. What are you talking about? You just showed me that beautiful thread that she had.
Oh my God, that's so garbage.
Where she used all these eloquent words, like, and you know, like what was that one thing? I need to go back to
She literally is just like, I'm going to go on Twitter and just copy and paste things people have said about AAV and stuff and put it all into a thread together.
Okay, I'm going to read some of this because this is fun. This is great. This is beautiful.
You got it.
Okay. Y'all ready for this? There is a socio-political context to everything, especially the historical context of the African American community in this country. It is a group that is disproportionately affected by institutionalized policies and law enforcement policies, all the while having historically and routinely seen their culture stolen, exploited, and appropriated by the dominant, and dominant is an asterisk here, y'all, culture for the monetary gain without acknowledgement nor respect for where those roots come from, the pioneers of its beginnings, and the artists that perfected and mastered the craft. Beautiful.
Man, eloquent.
Inspiring.
Bravo.
Brilliant, fantastic.
Stop it. No,
never the same.
You're never going to use that for this garbage. How dare you speak? How dare you use Lady Gaga's iconic meme for this trash?
I love that video, but also like, it was a lot of fluff.
It was a lot of nothing. There was no apology in there.
Yeah, I was like, what are you sorry for? Because
she pretty much talking about like, oh, I'm Asian. I don't know where I fit in. I don't know where I fit into this whole crazy world. No, you're Asian. Leave AAVE alone. That's it. It's really cut and dry. You're not from the hood. You're not around people that's black, really. You have probably no black friends, really, either. Like, just stop it.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I can't gatekeep AAVE specifically.
I am.
Well, I mean, okay, so we can gatekeep.
We need to.
Yeah, we do, because then because it gets to those weird thing where people was like,
look at that SNL skit. Remember that? Where it's Bestie.
Not Gen Z Hospital.
Yes, Gen Z Hospital.
But see, that's the thing.
Pull up.
And so my whole thing is just that, like, when it comes to like internet slang or internet slang as people called it, or like Gen Z language,
or Stan language,
or like TikTok or like TikTok slang and stuff like that. It's mostly just become like, no, none of these like phrases mean what you actually mean. Like, all this stuff is AAVE.
Yes,
stuff that has been taken and ripped apart by, like, you know, culture vultures and other people and everything, using this stuff that black people have been saying for years, and so
decades,
like
dead ass. That's old as that's early 2000 stuff.
That's very much early 2000 stuff, and then and also like very regional
stuff,
like very regional, like too, like that's a New York thing.
That's a New York thing for sure.
Like you know, you hear, like, if I ever heard a white person say on phoneme, I probably have an aneurysm at that point, because I was like, that's a very specific like Chicago thing.
Yes,
and so it's just like, if I ever heard a white person say it, I'd probably like die and then come back.
Gang.
But it's just like, if you're a POC and everything, you grew up around black people, like I might give you a pass and everything for using AAVE, because like you grew up around it. But also, like, I think even then, like, black people would still have to tell you, like, you're not black, so don't use specific things.
Yeah.
Specifically, like, you know, the N-word. Like, that's probably like the one taboo that you shouldn't do as a non-black person of color, or a non-black person, period.
Yeah.
Growing up around black people and everything. That's the one big thing that you're not supposed to do.
And that's the thing. She didn't grow up around black people. The area she lived in was predominantly everybody but black. I think like 1.6% people were black live in the neighborhood she was living in when she grew up.
Yeah,
so it's like
didn't she grow up in like a suburb of New York or something like that? And so it's really weird for you to be like, oh, like I grew up around all this and I like had all this, and it's like, no, you didn't,
you liar.
And it's just like, why would you sit there and like lie about like something like this when there are receipts of this, of like, you know, you not doing these things? And so it's just like, no, like you could sit there and say you're not trying to be a minstrel or anything like that. No, wait, that was that one thing she said too. Like, I'm not trying to be a minstrel of like, you know,
Asian people.
Right. And it's just like, but you could be a minstrel of black people.
Right.
And so like, that's like
that's cute. That's what you want to do.
Yeah. And it's a very weird like thing, because like I would say she had a decent 2021 like with Shang-Chi and
yes, definitely. I ain't hear no AAV in that movie. Where was it at in that movie?
Yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm like Flavor Flav when it came to like that one season.
Oh,
where'd your accent go? and
talking about Buck Wild.
Oh yeah,
him like, a whole white woman out of nowhere.
Like where'd your accent go? And it's just like, yeah, what happened? What happened, Miss Nora Loom?
Right.
Yeah, and so like, yeah, being nominated for like now that I understand that, like, you know, now the shifting has changed for like NAACP awards.
Mm-hmm.
And like I could kind of be okay with that, but now that you like show me this apology quotation marks,
oh, so bad.
It's very much.
It's nothing. It's not an apology.
Yeah, it's like why put all like you said, word salad. Yeah, that was the word that you used. Word salad.
It's all it
lots of pretty words and everything for saying, like, you know, for not taking accountability. Like, you took the long way around not taking accountability without taking accountability.
The fun part was people would say, "Oh, we don't need to apologize, Queen. You right. It's okay."
And I bet it was a bunch of non-black people too. Yes. And it's just like, no. Like, y'all need to shut up.
Like, please shut up. This was not about y'all.
Like, not about you and everything. You don't need to apologize for, you know, like doing all those things that you did. It's okay. We forgive you. And it's just like, this ain't for y'all to forgive.
Like, what? In what world was this even for y'all?
Like where were you all wronged in this?
I hate it. All right, I'm done talking about her. Next case.
This is something very interesting that like I felt like needed to be brought to our attention, and lots of other people's attention too. I like just happened to be browsing Instagram, where, and like Laverne Cox, we stand,
of course,
had this like clip of like a video from for Harriet.
Yes, Kimberly Foster, my girl, I love her so much.
Of her like YouTube video about like Janet Jackson and her like infamous mishap at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because she was going over the entire documentary pretty much. That was like one clip of it.
Oh, okay. So this is about the Janet documentary.
Yes.
Okay. And so like, yeah, like that little clip of it, and that was like a very interesting thing that I learned, where like Janet's like wardrobe malfunction. God, did I hate that phrase back then.
God, it was so overused.
Like her wardrobe malfunction and everything led to the birth of both YouTube and to Netflix as we know it.
I remember, like it was yesterday. I remember when YouTube first started, it was just like little bitty clips. It was like a few people on there, but they were just trying to pretty much find that clip of the nip slip, and that was like one of the places it was Dailymotion and YouTube at first.
Other than like, you know, maybe like whatever like sites were around at the time, like for like porn or whatever. And so like when that happened and everything, and then Kimberly was like talking about it, I was like, what?
Yep.
I was shocked.
It made perfect sense. I remember that whole scenario when it happened.
Yeah, because like how she was saying was like the guys who created YouTube was like, oh well, we want to find it and everything, and we don't have a place to like get it, so we just created YouTube off of it. And I was like, yep, that's fucking terrible.
That is so terrible that they used that woman's trauma and mishap to create probably one of the biggest platforms we know in the modern day right now.
And it's also just like, okay, so if that's the case, then like where's Janice? Like, you know,
she ain't getting no money from that. You know, white men don't care about her.
But it's ridiculous and everything. Like, you just admitted that like Janet was like the reason that you made YouTube to begin with. Where her check at?
It's never coming.
Like, where like make her like fucking co-owner of YouTube. Then if that's the case,
they would never, especially now.
but also it's just like I wouldn't admit nothing like that and everything if that was the case.
Well, they feel like they don't have to like owe her anything, so that's probably why they said it.
That's ridiculous. At that point, like you just sit there and say like this woman is responsible for you making this and you don't owe her anything.
Yeah,
like, that's dumb. But also like that led to like the way like YouTube got big and everything led to like
Netflix
was like, oh, we don't need to do DVDs. Like, yeah, let's stream everything.
Tough. DVDs was garbage. I was never doing that. So I'm like, I'm not gonna go get one DVD and then watch it and send it back to y'all and get another one.
Okay, that was a very like stupid idea, but also like that was at a time where like DVDs were still kind of big.
That's true, but I just was not doing that. I was good on that.
And so now it's just like that. Like it just baffled my mind that like all this stuff was created because of like this woman, this black woman's pain.
Yep.
And like all the mess that she went through because of it, and it's just like she still hasn't like received like a lot of apologies for like certain things.
Oh yeah, because I think the guy, the main person of CBS, he was like the main person that blackballed her.
Right.
He finally came out like maybe like 3 years ago and finally said, "Oh yeah, what I did was wrong. Whoopsie."
and yeah, like it was her fault for like having breasts or something like that. Like
no, like it wasn't that big of a deal then, and it wasn't a big deal at all, honestly.
And yeah, it was a very weird thing. Like why is she being like ridiculed for like this thing that wasn't really her fault?
And then part of it was her not backing down to like not apologizing over. She apologized one time. Mm-hmm. That was it. They weren't gonna know. I want you to apologize more.
And it's just like, what do you want her to apologize about? Like for like having breasts and everything, for like the costume being
how
made.
How dare this black woman put her breast out on TV?
And like, first of all, she didn't do it on purpose. Like, where's the onus on like Justin Timberlake?
Oh, never gonna be on him. Well, part of it, because the documentary, Janet did come out and say that she made sure to tell Justin not to say anything. But there's like part of that story is kind of weird because when she went on Oprah in 2006, she said she felt like Justin left her out to dry. But then now she said she told Justin not to say anything. Like, so which one is it, Janet?
Yeah,
left him out to dry, or he left you and you told him not to say nothing. So
yeah,
screw Justin anyway. Justin is
trash. But it's also just like even then, if Janet told you not to say anything, like you should still like use your privilege and be like, no, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna stand up for this woman.
He ain't finna do all that. Using women to better their careers is his whole part of his brand.
Oof. Yikes.
Part of the reason people was all into his first album because of the whole thing with Cry Me a River being about Britney. That whole publicity that came out from that.
Wait. Okay, that song slap. It's terrible.
I mean, trust me, I was the most conflicted person at that time period. Being a super Britney fan and a newly acquired Justin Timberlake fan, that was hard for me.
Yeah, because that second album was. But the only reason that second album was good because like Timbaland produced it.
Yeah, the Timbaland Neptunes, and that was like pretty much a Prince tribute album. Let me stop saying that's so rude.
You keep saying that, knowing damn well Prince didn't like that man.
He really didn't. He did not like Justin at all. He liked that man. He couldn't stand
But yeah, like hearing this, it feels weird though.
Yeah, the documentary was very, very weird. Some things were a little skewed. The whole thing with their father, like not really telling him accountable for the abuse he put them through. But I get that because it's kind of like a lot of people who were abused, they like try to make their parents, it wasn't his fault. He was abusing himself, blah blah.
No,
so I kind of get that too.
Yeah,
he's trying to protect his whole like image and stuff. But we know what happened.
Right.
Like Michael said to the fact that he used to get beat when he didn't like do the moves right.
Right.
So yeah.
And like like his like ad-libs and everything probably was just like him like screaming out for help and nobody did nothing. They just recorded it.
All right,
I'm just saying, let's
move on. You just ruined it. We were going somewhere real, and you talk about him doing ad-libs. Stop it.
I'm just saying.
What's our next topic?
Okay. This is a very like deep topic that I don't want to get too much into. It's mostly just stuff that I've been seeing around. I'm gonna talk about Kanye West.
Mr. West.
And his whole situation with like Kim Kardashian, because I feel like this needs to be talked about.
This is a lot, but I'm ready.
So like I don't know who doesn't know about this at this point. Kanye has been very I can't even say that I'm worried about Kanye anymore. I was worried about Kanye like a long time ago. Now it's just like I just want him to get some help.
Yes. And the thing is he has money to get the help he needs.
Yeah, that's the thing that's like bugging me, especially like all this like terrorization of like Kim Kardashian. and like, you know, like I feel bad for like all those kids and everything they have together. I feel bad.
Babies.
Like I feel bad for Kim too.
I kind of do too a little bit. In this situation, I'm like, oh, damn, this is kind of mess. This is like second time I felt bad for her. The first time was that whole robbery thing. Like that was a lot. When she talked about that, like, ooh, that seems traumatic.
Yeah.
Even though she still be doing trash stuff, don't be liking.
And so it's just like, and it's like hard to sit there and like hear people go like, oh well, like I'm not forgiving like Kim and everything because like Kim, like the Kardashians are just trash. Period. Yes, this is true.
It can both be true at the same time. She could be a trash person if she doesn't just deserve like this type of treatment from her estranged husband. Because I think they're not divorced yet, are they?
I know Kim filed for divorce, but I don't think the divorce is like final yet.
Yeah, I figured.
And so, but yeah, like you said, Kim could be a terrible person, but Kim also doesn't deserve this treatment from like Kanye.
Yeah.
And like Kanye is in very, very much abusive territory.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, you're sitting there antagonizing her new like boyfriend and everything on like social media.
God, it's like so high school what he doing too.
You're essentially like terrorizing Kim and everything, talking about like her, like, you know, her ability as like a mother and everything on like social media and stuff, like in the public eye. And like it doesn't help anybody, and it's just very much like to hear people defend Kanye and say like, oh, Kanye's not in the wrong because like the Kardashians are horrible, and it's just like Kanye is very much in the wrong, and here's why he's in the wrong. And I hate that I had to personalize the situation for a lot of people in order for them to get it. Like if let's say your fucking like girlfriend had like an ex and everything that was doing that, like antagonizing you or something like that, or let's say it was like your mother, your sister, your cousin, or something like one of your friends and everything like that, and they had a man in their life that was doing this to them. You wouldn't be saying that.
Of course not. No, of course not.
And so it's weird for people to sit there and like just go like, oh, well, it's just on social media and they put their lives on display so we can sit there and make fun of him, make all the memes. And it's like, you can make fun of Kanye being an idiot and make fun of Kanye making fun of Pete Davidson because that's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
You can't make fun of Kanye terrorizing Kim.
Yeah, the impact he's having on her actual life and like sanity is not like something for laughing matters. Like that's kind of
like Kanye is being abusive to Kim Kardashian. That is a fact.
And he's definitely unwell. We can tell now. We don't need to be like a doctor to say the stuff he's doing is like very erratic, very crazy, like just out there.
And it's not healthy and it's not great. At all. And to hear people like making all these jokes and stuff, and it's just and it's just weird because it's just like, what if like Kanye gets to the point where like something happens to Kim?
Yeah, he does some like real like actual like physical harm to her or something.
And then it's not like, and then it's like the laughter is gonna stop and it's gonna be like, oh,
like we should have did something. Oh my god. Like,
yeah, like somebody should have did something. And it's just like you enabled this.
Exactly. Especially the media. The media is terrible. They are doing minute-to-minute updates about this stuff.
And it's just like I want Kim to be safe and like to like be able to live her life and raise her children like in a safe fashion without like, you know, Kanye like terrorizing her. Horrible things she's done aside and everything, like she doesn't deserve to be abused.
Yeah, she doesn't deserve.
Like you don't deserve to be like abused by like an ex or anything. And it's just like, let her be terrible. Like the Kardashians are terrible. Who cares? Don't sit there hype up abuse and everything because you don't like them, because then it's just like your morals are questionable at this point. And so, and it's also just like, if you're gonna sit there and allow this, I would hate to see like, you know, what you would do in like an actual situation of this like happening like in front of you.
Yeah. Oof. God, this has just been a mess. Like every day I see something new pop up on my timeline of what's going on with them. It's always nothing good. I think the media just like have just done nothing good for the situation. They've exasperated this stuff even worse completely. Like we got the Kardashian, got a new update. Oh, snap, got the exclusive. He did this. Oh, snap. It's like, I don't need this to be an update. Like it's terrible. I hate it.
I want Kanye to get help. He has the resources to get the help.
I really wish.
I just hope something like comes out of this.
I don't want anything bad to happen to Kanye because I feel like he's on a very dangerous like streak where something could happen.
Yeah.
Like to him or people that's around him, and I don't want that.
Yeah. So it's just like it's not funny to.
It's not.
And like this whole situation isn't funny. Like him making fun of Pete Davidson, funny. Him like abusing like Kim, not funny. And like him antagonizing Pete when like Pete really hasn't done anything is also like kind of like not funny either.
Yeah, because we know he has issues. Like he's come out and said he has some mental issues going on.
Well, like Kanye has bipolar disorder, and so it's just like, you know, like he doesn't want to like take meds and everything. He doesn't want to like go to therapy and stuff, even though he can afford it
easily.
And so it's just rough, like looking at the situation, and like I want him to get help.
Yeah.
I want him to stop terrorizing Kim. I don't like Kim Kardashian. I don't want her to like, you know, I don't want anything bad to happen to her because of like Kanye's like, you know, inability to help himself.
Because that has an adverse effect on the children too.
Yeah, and then it's also like you think about like the history of the Kardashians and everything, and it's just like I don't want another like OJ and Nicole thing.
Yeah,
and if we think about like, you know, like Kim's father, like, you know, defending like OJ and everything in that case and everything, like that's another similar open like thing of trauma that's like directly affecting like the Kardashians again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so it's just like we don't need like repeats and stuff like that. It's like I don't want that to be a thing. And also it's like if you think about it, it's just like this could like if anything did happen, like that would like really sour like Kanye's legacy.
It would definitely sour his legacy.
And I would almost say like in a lot of ways it's kind of hurting his legacy now.
Yeah, it is. Like,
Because it's like you go from Kanye and everything, who's like this brilliant like producer, great rapper and everything like that, to like, you know, like almost a shell of his former self.
Oh, definitely.
And so like and it's sad, and it's just like you think about everything that happened with his mom, everything that's happened in his like relationship since then, and that's where the decline started.
Yep.
And so it's really just like Kanye, just get help.
But it's like there's nobody in his life telling him he needs to get help. I think that's the problem. Like no one's guiding him to where he needs to be to get help that he needs. Obviously, no one's saying, "Hey, maybe we should do this," or maybe. And I know it's not nobody's like burden to do, but I mean, somebody to step up. I'm sorry, I feel like somebody. If you care about somebody, you should be there to help them when they fall or when they actually not falling.
Yeah, but also I think it's one of those things where like he had people to help him, like you know, I'm pretty sure like Jay-Z and Beyonce were like, yeah, Kanye, you need to like get yourself together. But then he was also like, anybody who tells me like I need to like, you know, get on meds or like do this, like I'm cutting him out of my life too. So it's not that like people aren't telling him, it's just that he's like getting rid of everybody, like he's cutting ties with people who are telling him to get help.
Yeah.
And so like that's just rough. So like again, I say to people who are like, you know, listening to this, like, you know, don't like, this isn't a funny situation.
It's not a hee-ha-ha moment.
Yeah, it's not a hee-ha-ha moment. Like I don't want to sit there and say that like him and like people around him are in danger, but it's also like this is becoming a situation where like things just aren't like cool anymore, and they haven't been cool for like the longest time, but it's also like now it's getting a little like serious, and I like really wish people would like stop like acting like everything is just jokes.
Yeah, that was heavy.
Yeah, but we got some lighthearted stuff coming up. We're gonna talk about like, you know, what movies and everything we're looking forward to.
Spring movies and TV shows.
Okay, so let's see. First on this list is first movie is gonna be coming out next Friday. And it is the new Batman movie.
Yes, with emo Batman and Zoe.
Zoe Kravitz.
I was like Zoldana. Woof. Okay. Wrong one.
Yeah, you're messing up.
I love Zoe Kravitz. I follow her on Instagram, everything.
Zoe Kravitz is gorgeous, and I can't wait
She's
to
so
see
pretty.
this.
Oh god.
I'm interested to see like how this like ends up, because we got a very interesting like cast of characters.
Even though the Riddler looks a little meh, but whatever.
Wait, what? Who?
The Riddler.
Oh,
his
well,
costume
I mean,
is kind of like,
yeah, he's like in a parka and everything like that. Like I'm like
boo.
I get it. You want to make a darker Riddler, but it's also like
there
are other interesting Batman villains. Like why not? Like for me, I feel like Two-Face would have been a good villain for this movie.
Yeah,
I feel like Two-Face doesn't get enough credit as a Batman villain.
I mean, they used him already though for the Nolan trilogy.
Okay, screw the Nolan trilogy.
Oh, that is opus magnum of Batman movies.
Okay, first of all, there's one good movie.
Yikes, you're right, because the first one was mid and the third one was not good.
The third one was abysmal, and I don't care what anybody says. They ruined Bane.
Well, I don't care about Bane. That's for y'all wrestlers out there.
Okay, first of all, like
I'm not into
I like
that.
as pretty as Tom Hardy is, he was not a great Bane.
He wasn't pretty in that movie, so I didn't care for it. It was
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Like it doesn't necessarily matter. But
Tom
like
Hardy's lips though. Oof.
okay. Back to the task at hand.
Yes.
I'm excited for it. It's
excited.
It's dark, it's gritty and everything. Batman's like young and he's suave and he's debonair. He's played by Robert Pattinson.
Not debonair. He's a emo loser.
Okay, what? It's like the Crow or something like that.
That's what it looks like.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
I mean, I like a different take on Batman anyway. I'm so sick of the same playboy, be billionaire, blah blah blah.
But
guy.
like even then, it's just like how many like playboy billionaire Batmans have we had?
All of them.
And they weren't really doing that much in those movies.
Who?
I would say the most time I've seen like Batman be a playboy was like Christian Bale, because he had like two women on like one on both his arms. He's like, yes, I'm Bruce Wayne.
Have you not seen the one with George Clooney?
George Clooney was a boring Batman.
He was very boring.
And I
like the suit though with the nipples. That was cute.
Oh my god,
very fetishy.
Bat nipples.
Very fetishy.
Val Kilmer did it better.
Well, yeah, I agree. He gets no credit at all.
Look, Batman Forever. If we're gonna sit there and talk about Batman movies, then we gotta sit there and talk about like we gotta go through the gauntlet.
Well, not yet, because that's like your whole like next article coming out.
Yeah. You know what? You're right.
Previews.
I'll save that for the article.
Yeah, because Matt's gonna be going through his favorite Batmans. Who's the best one? The live action dudes.
Val Kilmer.
Not spoiler. But you'll find out why he feels that way.
Yeah, you'll find out why and everything. And if you watch Batman movies, you'll know. Some of you may disagree, and you'll be wrong, and that's okay.
I love that.
And it's okay for other people to be wrong. Just know that I'm right, and you'll have to accept it.
That's oh god.
But
my influence is just rubbed off on you.
Okay, and this has nothing to do with you.
It's totally me, Anthony.
Yeah, y'all have instilled the organic want to be right.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
I will admit that being right does feel good. I do get a smug sense of satisfaction. I'm like,
music to my ears. Oh, it's great. This is great. I love this.
I'm excited to see the Batman.
I'm too hyped. I think I'm more hyped about this one than I was the Nolan trilogy.
Like I said, Nolan trilogy only had one good movie, and like the Dark Knight was probably the Dark Knight is probably like one of the upper echelon of like superhero films.
Oh, definitely. Like,
especially
especially
if we talking about like the DC continuity of like films and everything, because like DC films have it live action films.
They're up and down. They're getting better though.
Yeah, they're getting better.
They're on the upswing now.
Like I would say this, like, because people say stuff about like Man of Steel or anything. I enjoy Man of Steel.
I can't tell me nothing. That movie was great,
especially once they got to the actual fighting and everything.
Man, that fight was epic. That's the best fight we've ever seen.
Yes, I was like actual consequences for like people like superheroes like tearing stuff up.
Yes,
unlike Marvel movies where like a bunch of buildings get knocked down and people die, and it's just like,
oh well.
I love Iron Man. Like, did a proton blast like go through my building and like skewer my wife? Of course it did. Did Iron Man save the city? Yes, he did.
Yikes! Speaking of consequences, that rolls right into the other movie. Consequences. Man,
I feel like that's been nothing but this last arc of this last phase of Marvel. And everything. It's
consequences.
Like you like consequences for your actions.
Yes.
And if you don't know by now, we are talking about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Woo! Cannot wait. I am here for that movie.
Marvel has done a really good job of hyping this up.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's probably the movie of the year. It feels like.
Especially like once we got like the whole thing like those couple years ago when like Disney was talking about it like at D23 I think.
Yeah.
And they were like going through like the gauntlets of like stuff that was going on, because we got like WandaVision, we got Loki, and I'm really happy that like WandaVision and Loki like ended up being really good.
So good. Loki was probably the one I was not expecting to be that good.
Same.
Like, I'm like, it's gonna be alright. I
mean, and then
I wasn't even gonna watch that first. Actually, I was gonna skip that one.
Right. And then like I actually watched it and it was like, wait a minute.
Like, whoa, wait.
Okay, wait. We getting some lore. Hold up.
Right. We getting some lore. We getting stuff more than just Loki. What? I actually like Loki now.
That was the thing. It made me like Loki, and I was
really
like, I did not care for Loki.
I really didn't.
I was like, sorry, I'm not like a 25 to like 45-year-old white woman who loves like Tom Hiddleston. But like I really enjoyed Loki.
Loki
was
show
good.
was great.
And like as like as much people as much like crap that Falcon and the Winter Soldier got, I really like that show too.
I enjoyed it. I think it did a good job.
Like I still don't understand why people are mad at Michelle Wolf. Like she did a fantastic job.
Stop it. First of all, nobody even remember who Michelle Wolf is anymore.
I do, and that's all that matters. For the sake of my hee hee ha ha.
I'm so done with you.
Michelle Wolf was schmixing,
so
schmixing everybody up, and it was fantastic.
Tired of you. Oh my god, you and this Michelle Wolf thing.
And WandaVision was great. And speaking of WandaVision, so like I do love the whole, like they didn't really go into the multiverse with WandaVision, but like you can definitely see like some remnants there.
Yeah, especially the ending of it.
Yeah, like like all the magic and everything. Like Wanda was reading from the Forbidden Book.
Oh, the dark hole that they just retconned.
Oh yeah,
because it was originally the big bad thing for the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show. They'd say, "Oh, well, no, it's not there anymore."
And it's just like, "Oh, Wanda got it." Okay,
yep,
cool.
That's literally what happened.
Yeah, they were like, "Yep, Wanda has it." Great. we just made this whole show for nothing.
It's literally what it felt like.
And then we get Loki, who like mixes up the multiverse in his own way.
Yep.
But I'm also like interested in like how that's going to relate to like Multiverse of Madness as well. Especially like when we think about No Way Home. Also go see Spider-Man No Way Home.
Oh, such a good movie.
Best live action Spider-Man movie ever.
It is. It's so good. Oh my god, the movie was life changing. I watched it twice. I want to see it again actually.
I kind of want to see it again too.
Oh, cannot wait.
Like I watched it twice. So like I definitely want to like watch that one more time before like it leaves theaters.
So good.
I'm excited to see like how Multiverse of Madness ends up.
Yeah, it's just like so much stuff has happened before, so now it's like all this is culminating together. It's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think this phase is probably my favorite phase of like the Marvel, the MCU. I think.
Yeah, I mean the Infinity Saga was alright. There were certain bits and pieces that we enjoyed in the Infinity Saga. Like you can't sit there and say that you didn't love Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That was good.
You didn't love not Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier, Captain America 2.
I love that movie. That movie was good. I got my lucky.
You can't say you didn't love Black Panther.
That's like the best MCU movie ever.
I mean, honestly, like I love
the only one that's got nominated for an Oscar, and probably the only one ever will.
Yeah.
Even though I still kind of feel like Spider-Man and No Way Home should have probably got nominated for a couple Oscars.
I feel
personally because that was some really good acting in that movie.
Oh,
like the acting was on point.
Oh, William Dafoe.
Like
honestly,
you talking about a villain?
Oh, he was
about villainy.
Like when I think about the word diabolical, I think about William Dafoe as Goblin.
Like
especially in that movie.
I think it's probably his best performance of that character, like so far, because he was really like, oh Peter, like he was really trying to like break him down as a person.
Oh yeah, like especially like when the flip switch and everything at the end of the movie, or like towards the end of it, or like towards the climax. Norman's on sabbatical. I was like, I was like, that's the button.
That's the button. That movie, oh my god, it was so good. His whole part, it reminded me of like how the Joker terrorized people in DC. It's kind of like how his character was doing in that movie. Like he was just terrorizing you like mentally and physically and emotionally,
and just laughing about it too.
Like hee ha,
right? Like he throw a pumpkin bomb and be like hee ha ha, like like your organs are ruined. Bye. Like see me later, Peter. I love you.
That movie, oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah. Multiverse of Madness is shaping up to be really interesting.
And now the whole like debate is, well, is Wanda gonna be like Wanda? She what she did wasn't that bad. Blah blah blah.
And it's just like let's say like there is a world, this one, where both Strange and Wanda could be in the wrong.
Yeah.
It's what a concept that like both these people could be wrong.
Yeah, I think for me personally, I think Doctor Strange had better intentions than what she did.
Yeah,
because her intentions, like I could say, okay, at first she was kind of like, I don't know what's going on, but then by like episode 4, when she left the Hex, she knew what was going on about it. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, get out of my town and everything, because
right?
like this is mine, and these people are my like they're my like hostages, so do something about it.
At that point, she knew what she was doing fully, so we can't use the argument that she didn't know what she was doing when she had the whole Hex going on.
Yeah, she was stricken by grief. Okay, like she should like at that point it's just like she should realize in that grief like maybe I shouldn't like keep a whole town hostage just so to live out my fantasy.
Your mental health is your responsibility. You can't make other people responsible for your mental health.
And so, like, when Doctor Strange like broke the rules back with like the Agamotto in Doctor Strange 1, and then like in No Way Home for like, you know, to do things in like Spider-Man and everything, it was different. Like, this was to like
help his pal that was really going through it.
Yeah, and then like the whole thing with Peter, like the whole spell being messed up was Peter's fault.
It really was.
So like at that point, it's just like, he
flubbed it, but it's like it wasn't like he just intentionally like, I'm gonna mess this up. Like, no, he had a plan. He did it before, and people were okay. Like,
right.
So yeah, I think that's the thing people are really missing, is the fact that the intention between both of them are very different. Where one's selfish, what one was doing was selfish, and even Vision was like, "Hey, girl, this is not cool."
And but also like Wanda caused real harm to real people.
Real people, like they were traumatized. They kept saying it,
right? Like
they were being tortured.
Yeah, and so like, you know, like she just up and like left Westview, was like, like y'all free, I'm gone. And everybody's like, what? And then like that whole thing that happened at the end of it, it's like they'll never know what you sacrificed. What? Who cares? Who cares about her imaginary family? Like, these people were traumatized.
Yes, and tortured for that whole span of time when she was there with her little fake TV show she was having.
Right.
And even Agatha told like, girl, this ain't cool.
and so that's I'm just like, no, like Wanda's kind of in the wrong. Like, it doesn't seem fair. Yeah, it's not fair because you did worse.
Yes.
Like, real people got hurt by like the things that you did.
And you know, the funny thing is the Doctor Strange's like, girl, I don't care about that.
Right. Like I'm not worried about that, dummy. I need your help.
I need real help for real stuff. What
right?
You
I need like real magic, real bad magic. Real bad magic things are happening, and like I need
not magic things. I hate you so much.
Look, I'm just saying, like magic, like bad magic is going on, and I need your help to like stop it.
All right, what's the next movie we're excited about?
Sonic 2.
I can't wait. Idris Elba gonna be Knuckles.
Like my inner child is
it's beyond. Like mine is like jumping for joy.
And like I love how like, you know, Mario was like was like a big identifier for like a lot of like younger people and everything who had like Mario back in like the 80s. And so like it's like nice to see like Sonic be like a big thing.
Sonic was my thing. That was my thing as a child. I was obsessed with Sonic.
Yeah, I love Sonic. Like Sonic 1, granted, I didn't beat Sonic 2 until like I was older because like I was like,
hard.
Yeah, Sonic 2 is hard. I was like playing Sonic 2 and 4 and everything. I couldn't get past Chemical Plant Zone. I was messed up.
Still ain't beat 3. 3 hard too.
Okay, yeah. Like I didn't beat 3 till like I had it on my Wii on the Virtual Console because like it's that one like stupid thing in the carnival thing.
Oh yeah.
Like that one like drama. I was like, how the heck are we supposed to do it? And they're like, yeah, you got to go up and down. I was like, what? I was like, I'm not supposed to jump and everything. And the time will run out. I'll be like, this is stupid.
But yeah, Sonic was definitely a big part of my childhood. So like seeing a live action Sonic that actually is good.
Oh yeah. And then I think there were like arguments that people were making where like one, I would kind of like something where like Sonic isn't in like our world.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see more of like, you know, Sonic's world, whichever like continuity they choose, like whether it's like Mobius or like whatever like other universe they do. Like if they were gonna do like a Sonic in the real world, I would much rather it be like Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, they have humans and like you get Station Square or something like that.
Oh, Station Square.
So to have that would be like really, really fantastic.
I feel like it's kind of like Sonic X a little bit. At least that's what I feel like they're going for.
Yeah.
Just a tad. You know, Sonic X was terrible. I'm so sorry.
Sonic X was garbage. And so like people sit there say what they want about it.
Like I'd rather watch Sonic Boom than watch Sonic X.
Sonic Boom was actually really funny.
Yeah. But it's a movie I'm so excited for. I see my boy Tails is there.
Oh yeah.
They're actually going to do a spinoff show for Knuckles, which I think is interesting on Paramount.
I think that's interesting too. I wonder who they're going to go voice Knuckles for the show because I'm pretty sure they don't have. Like,
I think they're going to get Idris to reprise his role.
Okay,
I mean, it's just voice act. It's not as expensive as actually like feature it, have an actual person there. So I think it's a little bit cheaper.
Oh, okay.
At least where rates are concerned.
Yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait to see Jim Carrey's Eggman
Cannot
again.
wait. Oh, he looks so funny. He got that mustache now. He's bald.
Oh yeah. honestly, yes. Like, I feel like he was gonna have to do the iconic Eggman look at some point.
Of course, he had to.
I'm interested to see like how this is gonna end up.
Yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, we got Batman in March. We have Sonic in April, and then we have Multiverse of Madness in May.
Yep.
And so like a lot of things like coming in these next couple months.
Cannot wait for all of them. So what's our TV shows are you looking forward to? I know I got like one or two I'm excited about.
Well, we could talk about let's see. We got Upload 2.
So nobody's watched this show but me. I think it's one of those like really like it was on Amazon Prime. So basically it's a show about this guy in the future where he dies and they upload his whole like personality and his consciousness into a computer. They kind of keep his whole like personality into his like this corporation. So your parents like basically it's like a morgue but they're alive still. It's really crazy how the whole plot is. But they're trying to kill him for like money and stuff. It's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It's like the guy from what's that show? He was what show was he on? He was on Heroes. He was on Tomorrow People. The other show nobody watched.
Didn't he play like the pretty boy in the one movie, The Duff?
Yes, that was him. Yes.
Okay. I was like, he looks familiar.
Yes, I love him. He was also Firestorm, I think, on the CW. What show was that?
Legends of Tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
That was him too. So
okay.
So yeah, Upload's really good. It's on Amazon Prime. So it's coming out March. March something. Yeah, March. I think March 11th.
Okay.
Next season.
So sometime soon.
Yeah. So
okay, I'll have to tell my partner about that because they love Upload too. They're like, I can't wait for season 2, and I'm like,
the taste.
I'll watch it.
You should. Let's see. Moon Knight looks really interesting.
I can't wait for Moon Knight.
I need to see that.
I'm like, I really can't wait.
Mr. Isaac's back doing crazy stuff. We love it. We stand. Yeah, that trailer was like really tripped. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so good. I'm surprised they even using like Moon Knight as a property because Moon Knight's kind of like a very obscure Marvel property. So I was not expecting them to do a show for it, but I'm glad they are. So yeah, I'm excited about that. And of course. We get the Kenobi show finally.
So what is this about? Because I haven't heard too much about.
I think this is like the part when I think it's after Clone Wars, but before the first movie. I forgot the timeline looks like. You know, the timeline's so weird. I think it's in the Clone Wars. I think, if I'm not mistaken. So it's that period when before he became like an old man and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is this like you said it's before the Clone Wars, right?
Is it before the Clone Wars or is it after? Let me look at the timeline real quick because it's Star Wars got too much going on.
Yeah, I was gonna say like there's so many things.
But yeah, I'm excited to see Mr. What's his face reprise his role.
Oh, Ewan McGregor is gonna.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He's back.
I wonder how they're gonna do this because I feel like if they're gonna do like Obi Wan, there's like a few different things they could do.
Okay, Wikipedia. Tell me what's going on. It's a mini series set 10 years after the events of Episode 3.
Oh, okay. So still fairly, not quite old and everything, but not quite young.
It's kind of middle aged.
Okay, yeah. So middle aged Obi Wan Kenobi. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So if it's 10 years after, so that's like what, right before Luke and them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's if it's 10 years after and everything, Luke and Leia are like, kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't really know about like their destinies or anything yet.
Oh, this is gonna be good. I'm excited. I haven't gotten into any of the other Star Wars shows because there's no lightsabers or no Jedi, so I'm not here for it.
Watch the Clone Wars.
What's the cartoon though?
Yeah, but I hear the Clone Wars is like really, really
everybody
good.
says good.
Like the Clone Wars is good, and plus it got lightsabers, and Obi-Wan and Anakin are there.
I don't like Anakin though.
Everybody loves Anakin. What are you talking?
I don't. I was never here for Anakin. Except he killed them kids. That was funny. I'm so sorry. When he went in there with that lightsaber, I was like, oh no.
oh, you talking about when he mixed them kids up in episode 3?
Yeah.
That was rough.
That was rough.
Because he was dark. He was being manipulated.
Yeah.
He's being gatekeeped and girl bossed and gaslighted.
I'm so done with you.
Look, Palpatine was like gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
I'm so done.
Anakin was like, bet.
Wait. You just said, what's his face?
What?
Is that Palpatine?
Yeah.
Ain't that old girl's granddaddy?
Look, people nobody watched like The Rise of Skywalker.
Yikes. I'm pretty sure, that was like her grandfather or something.
It was weird. It was like
that was so stupid.
It was like
that was the worst.
It was her grandfather and everything because her dad was like a clone of like Palpatine or something like that. So
that
like
was the worst.
I was like,
reveal
what?
ever. That was
like,
so lazy. It just ruined. Oh God, I don't want to talk about that whole franchise again because it's gonna make me mad. The way it did both Poe and Finn, did not care for.
Oh yeah, that was like especially Finn.
Yes, just make
like,
them a gay lovers and make him a Jedi. That's all you had to do. That's it.
All we had to do was sit there and like, hey, Black Jedi, cool.
Make him bisexual or gay or something. I don't know, but I wanted him and Poe to be together.
Yeah,
and they were pushing for it too. Both Isaac and
like John Boyega was like, yes, absolutely, we want this.
They were both on board for it.
And J.J. Abrams was like, no,
none of that gay shit.
right. George Lucas is like, you're besmirching Star Wars.
He better get his big. He just collected checks at this point. He don't care probably.
Yeah, he like, look, I'm done.
He signed the rights over. He's like, I'm done. All I want is my royalties. That's it.
Yeah, and he gonna get a gang on because they gonna keep making Star Wars stuff.
They got another trilogy coming out.
Oh my God, not another. I don't know if I can do this.
You're gonna keep doing it. That's too damn bad. You keep watching
the Star Wars trilogy's grandfather, but that's too damn bad. You keep watching it.
We're gonna be there still watching that in our 40s and our 50s. Like, man, remember that old stuff?
remember the original trilogy. Remember the prequels. Remember the sequels.
Yikes.
I mean, so I'm excited for like Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I'm definitely
like I think it'll be interesting, especially when like some of the more like sequely stuff in like Star Wars have been like, I would say like interesting / like weird.
Yeah,
but it's like they keep bouncing back and forth between things, and it's hard to keep up with.
The timeline is all over the place.
Because like the Mandalorian like takes place in like in a one like specific spot after like
I ain't got time for that.
After that, then the Book of Boba Fett, and it's also and that's like weird because like I feel like that's a fever dream.
Yeah,
and it's also just like, didn't Boba Fett die in like this one thing? It was no, he didn't.
Wasn't there like a whole bunch of Boba Fetts?
No, like
that was
no.
One.
So it's this particular Boba Fett because like the other like Boba Fetts were just like, or the other like
clones
of Jango Fett.
God, not Jango Fett.
And so it's just like,
forgot all about that, man.
And so it's just all this other like,
it's too much. It's too much media. I'm sorry. Like,
and
Star Wars got a little too out of its box when it comes to media.
Yeah, because like and Star Wars is like one of those beautiful things that you can make like, you know, billions of stories about because like of like certain characters and their legacies. Granted, that's why the Book of Boba Fett happened in the first place.
Yeah,
but it's also just like there's like so much unexplored like thing with like the Jedi, the Sith, and everything like in between. But it's also like you keep trying to put it back towards like the main like the
Skywalker stuff. Like we need to get away from the Skywalker stuff as much as possible. Like we're done there.
Yeah, it's like if you're done with like Skywalker at the rise of Skywalker and everything, it's like let's talk about other people.
Yeah,
let's talk about other Jedi other than like, you know.
I'm still mad about that payout. That scene that never paid off about Darth Maul being back. They did nothing with that.
Oh,
nothing.
You talking about at the end of like Solo?
Yes. I'm still pissed about that. They did nothing with that. Nothing.
They really didn't.
Ugh. Sorry, I actually enjoyed Solo. I thought it was a cute movie.
Solo was a great movie. Like I liked it. I enjoyed watching it.
That thing at the end, like, oh my God, what are they gonna do with this?
And it's like Darth Maul's here, and it's just like, what? And then nothing. And
nothing.
It's like, and it's just like, so
I was waiting for him to pop up. If they would have said that Rey was like a descendant of Darth Maul, I was okay. That's cute.
That would have been like really outrageous, but it would also like
it'd been better than her being a Palpatine.
That was so stupid.
That was horrible. He just lighted on her. I'm like, girl, stop it. Like, what is this?
Also, like Darth Maul popping up at any time in that trilogy would have been nice.
Yes, I was waiting for him to pop up.
There was a lot of things they did with this last trilogy that were like really like weird choices.
I think the problem is that they had like different directors for both. Like I think J.J. Abrams did like the first and the third movie, and then somebody else did the second one.
Oh, is that why Last Jedi was? Last Jedi was like half good, half bad.
Yeah, it really was. It was half and half.
Like for me, like Captain Phasma, like just being like very shiny and then not doing anything. I'm still pissed about that. I'm still gonna be mad because like I'm like, she got the chrome armor, somebody finna get schmicks, and then like she just like died in like a ball of fire, and I was like, what? I was like, how does this happen?
That was weird. They tried to give what's his face a new love interest out of nowhere that was black. I'm like, where? Like, I'm happy for him, but I'm not. I'm like, this just felt really forced.
But then there was also like that one thing with like Finn and then Kelly Marie Tran's character.
Yeah, that was weird too. And they wrote her out because she got too much harassment, which I get.
But it's also like, instead of writing her out and everything, like, check your fans.
Why would they do that? They are the reason why they have all that money in the first place. Checking fans. You sound silly.
Okay, first of all, like, if the fans hated it, if the fans hated Star Wars so much, why did they continue to?
They didn't hate Star Wars. They hate people in Star Wars that not a part of what they think Star Wars should be.
That's stupid.
I.e. Miss Tran.
So like Star Wars should just be nothing but like white people in space.
Yes, and occasionally a black person.
That's stupid.
The black person has to be charismatic and funny. Duh. They have the little flavor.
I hate you. I hate Star Wars. I hate Star Wars fans too.
I do hate Star Wars. I'm sorry, they're the worst.
I hate sci-fi fans and fantasy fans in general.
Oh God, we don't because that's a whole topic in itself.
Yeah. We could talk about that like on another show. Because but yeah, Star Wars fans, fantasy fans hate them. They are ridiculous.
Look like Lord of the Rings fans or Harry Potter fans. Ugh, I ain't going there. All right, I think that's my about it. You got anything else for us before we wrap up?
I do not have anything. Go watch Love Is Blind because like
yes,
I need people to talk about this stuff with.
Finale is
also
this
like
Friday.
like follow me on like Twitter or like Facebook or something like that if you ever catch me, because I definitely have like my little like Matt breakdowns of things where I very simplify. I get you to the point very like quickly and eloquently, but also like I'm very funny with it too. It's great.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be tweeting about that on Friday because that finale gonna be crazy. I don't know who's gonna stay together, who not. Don't know.
What?
I hope the black couple stay together. I want them to make it. I'm so happy for them though, but I want them to make it.
For season 2.
Yeah, I want them to stay together. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Yeah, you're
yeah. Oh, well, no, I'm gonna get there. Like I'm still like kind of like getting through like the big stuff of like season 1.
Okay.
And so like I think I'm on the episode where they're like about to leave the resort.
Oh, you still ain't got to the good part yet.
What?
James, that's a resort yet? Oh, they go into the real world where stuff gets really, really silly.
Okay.
Especially Jessica, your fave.
I don't care about her. I'm tired of her. Like she not seeing heaven.
She not. I hate. Oh God.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything else. I'm just looking forward to these movies and these like TV shows. It's gonna be. 2022 is gonna be an interesting year.
Yeah, definitely entertainment. I think we're gonna have a lot to like talk about. So.
Yeah.
But make sure you guys check. Be sure to check out his editorial piece about the best Batman.
Yes,
that's gonna be fun to read. I'm gonna definitely have to deal with people saying he's wrong. I'm like, well, he said it, so I stand by whatever he says. So
exactly, I am right. You are wrong about your favorite Batman movie.
All right, I guess we could wrap up. Wanna close us out?
Yes. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social media channels. That is going to be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and also listen to us on Spotify. And
you gotta tell people goodbye. Duh.
Oh, sorry. I've never closed out the show before. So
never closed out a date before. Just pretend it's a date.
What? No. Like if I'm gonna pretend it's a date, then like this is gonna be NC-17 rated. So
do P-13 version then.
Okay. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you all later.